The lecture now is about the miracles of the Quran, science and Quran, by my brother, Dr. Hathout.
Assalamu alaikum. So, why study the issue of science in the Quran? The thing that pops most to my mind are some verses from Surah Taha that talk about the story of Prophet Musa alayhi salam. You may think, well, what does the story of Prophet Musa have to do with science in the Quran? And I'm sure you know the Quranic story that Prophet Musa was sent to Pharaoh, اذهب إلى فرعون إنه طغى, that go to Pharaoh, he has transgressed. And Musa was given some signs, some miracles by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to prove his prophethood, to sort of show Pharaoh that he is indeed a prophet of Allah. And you know the story. He goes to Pharaoh and he shows him some of these signs that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given him. And Pharaoh's response is, oh, magic tricks? You're showing me magic tricks? Well, we have people who do magic tricks. In fact, we have the best magicians, and we're going to have a big gathering, and we're going to expose you as just a magician and a trickster who is trying to trick the people away from their religion, i.e. Pharaoh's religion. And so they appoint a day in which the sorcerers and magicians of Egypt would gather to face off against Prophet Musa. And the appointed day comes, and the magicians start with their tricks, and they throw down their sticks and their ropes and so forth, and using the power of illusion, they make it seem like these are snakes. And then Prophet Musa alayhi salam throws down his staff, and it devours what they have thrown down. And then at that point, the magicians fall down prostrate, and they declare their faith. And of course, the focus of the story, for me, for many, many, many years, whenever I would read it in the Quran, was the heroic, moving, poignant actions of the magicians, because we see that فَأُلْقِيَ السَّحَرَةُ سُجَّدًا قَالُوا آمَنَّا بِرَبِّ هَارُونَ وَمُوسَى. They fall down prostrate and they say, we believe in the Lord of Harun and Musa. And Pharaoh gets very upset with them, and he says very important phrase here, that إِنَّهُ لَكَبِيرُكُمُ الَّذِي عَلَّمَكُمُ السِّحْرَ. He is your teacher. He is your head sorcerer. He's the head magician, and he taught you your tricks. And so I won't say everything in Arabic and English just in the interest of time. And so he threatens them. He says to them that, here's the translation, that you put your faith in him before I give you leave. Lo, he is your chief who taught you magic. Now surely I shall cut off your hands and feet alternately, that I will cut off like right hand, left foot, and I will crucify you to the tree stumps, and you will know who of us has a sterner and more lasting punishment. And of course, Pharaoh wasn't joking. He was telling them that he would cut off their hands and their feet and crucify them to the tree stumps. And their response was that, do whatever it is that you're going to do. We're not going to leave the faith that we have found. We're not going to choose you above the clear proofs that have come to us. And so they decide to choose the fate that Pharaoh has laid out for them instead of going back on their faith. And of course, the focus of the story, as I said, is always this amazing sort of declaration of faith by the magicians. It was only as an adult that I sort of all of a sudden started to shift focus and focus instead on Pharaoh. I really never gave him a second thought. But my interest became, we have Pharaoh and we have a whole audience of people that had been gathered to witness this display. And only the magicians convert to Islam, to submitting themselves to God. Pharaoh and the rest of the audience does not. Why not? What is it about them? And clearly what it is about them is it's a difference in knowledge. The magicians know magic tricks. They understand the science of illusion. And so when something was shown to them that was not illusion, that was truly a miracle, they could very easily tell the difference. And the difference was so profound that they were willing to lay down their lives on the spot rather than relinquish their newly acquired faith. For Pharaoh, he doesn't know this science. He doesn't understand. So to him, some magic tricks and fancier magic tricks. And same with the audience. This is a great part of the point of studying the issue of science in the Quran. That the difference between Pharaoh and the sorcerers is knowledge. And Pharaoh's ignorance led him to miss the signs of God. They were right there before him, and he missed them. Similarly, our ignorance of the laws of nature can lead us to miss the signs of God. And if you look at the screen, perhaps you're seeing a sort of subtle illusion here of the picture, the pattern sort of whirling inwards or pulsating inwards. And it's not hard when you understand something about how the human visual system processes information to create, these varieties of illusions. You may be able to discern here that it seems like there are black dots and black spots coming in the white spots. And a little bit of knowledge can open up a lot of doors, because people who sort of have some understanding are able to create these very, subtle illusions here. And these, of course, are not a big deal, but it makes the point that there's a genuine difference between those who know and those who don't know.